You and Vanessa Blue were together for a long time. There was a rumor that she had outed you or something of that result.
Outed me what? Okay, I'll let you.
You know,
finish.
I mean,
I know
you know what I'm talking about. I'm not making this up.
Yeah.
So there was a rumor that she outed you as being gay.
Yeah.
That she had caught you in bed with a
Yeah,
man
yeah.
or something of that sort. What's the deal with that story?
All right, it was funny. Okay, check this out. So her and I broke up in June of 2006 after being together almost 6 years. We had been engaged for about 6 months. And so when we broke up, you know, from a man's perspective, guys are like, oh, your engagement is over. Oh, that's too bad. So when we run a ball, or you know, and that's the end of the discussion. Where to a woman has to explain what happened as to why their engagement fell through, because the perspectives man to woman is different. The guys were like, "Oh, you're not getting married anymore? Okay, no big deal." But the women was like, "Oh my God, what happened?" So she was forced to come up with an explanation as to why there was a breakup, which she chose to go to the story that she caught me in bed with someone. Thanksgiving of 2005, she went to her family's in Henderson, Nevada, and so I was at my house, at the house that she lived with me at, and I figured I had the whole week, the Thanksgiving weekend. So I had a girl that was coming into L.A. to shoot for Playboy, and was coming to L.A. to test shoot for Playboy. What happened was Vanessa's relative, who was in the Air Force, wanted a ride back home, back to the base. I guess, is it Edwards Air Force Base? Something or other, where she was driving home earlier than expected. So she arrives Friday morning back at the house, okay, having dropped off her nephew or something back at the Air Force Base. So I hear the garage door go up, right? The garage door of our house goes up. I'm literally laying in bed with this girl that's shooting tomorrow for motherfucking a test shooting for Playboy. So I'm like, oh shit. So I hear Vanessa coming up the stairs, and I'm sitting up in my bed like, okay, what am I gonna do? I said, Vanessa, I think, I call her by her real name, but I think you should stop where you are. And she's like, what? And so she keeps coming up the stairs, and she comes to the top of the stairs and sees someone in bed with me. Now, when the girl gets up, the girl is like 5'10", right? And believe me, there's not when I tell you that well, you know, I just told you what type of woman I like. So she's a statuesque woman, not like burly or anything. But so she sits up in bed, is like, I thought she wasn't going to be home, because she knew, you know, that I thought she was going to be back home. So Vanessa starts to come over to the other side of the bed, and the girl I was with gets out of the bed and is like, oh, you do not want to come. I had nothing to do with this. And it was fairly intimidating to Vanessa. So Vanessa backs away and goes back downstairs. Get her the fuck out of here. So I take the other girl back home to her hotel room, and then I come back home, and Vanessa and myself have it out. And subsequent to that, she chose to stay together. This is Thanksgiving 2005. We become engaged January of 2006. We part ways June of 2006. Now, when I parted ways with her, it was an instance where it was a scorched earth policy, whereas this was a termination of 100% of our association, whether it was personal as fiancé, whether it was owner of Mercenary Pictures, her as a director for Mercenary. Mm-hmm. She was no longer a director, Mike. She was terminated as an employee of mine and also as a partner of mine. Now, subsequent to that, she had to come up with a number of conceivable stories to have people believe why she chose to walk away. Now, what is one of the most palatable stories, okay, if you will? I produce a number of types of movies. I have a division of Mercenary called Black Viking, which is where I produce my, the stuff that's, that provides for catalog space. I produce gay movies, which I don't participate. I produce tranny movies, of which I don't participate. So people would say, well, because within Mercenaries' catalog, notwithstanding the fact that Lex is an entrepreneur like a motherfucker, and that he produces stuff outside of just the hetero stuff, when my buyers call my sales guys, I want to say, yeah, we've got that, and we've got that. So her thing was, what is the easiest thing to tell people? Oh, he's got a gay line. He's got a tranny line. Well, I'll just tell people that I caught him in bed with someone, and that's why we parted ways. But the real story was, you caught me with the girl that you wanted to fight, and you chose not to.